So greetings, what's going on? It's Mike's from livemyassoff.com. Hope you're well. A little bit of shakiness here. This is an unplanned video, so I do not have my detrembler with me. I don't have my stabilizer with me. I don't have my gimbal with me. So sorry about that guy. Where I am is outside of my condo. Exactly where is my building? Anyway, it's behind me. It's one of the ones behind me. You'll hear a little bit of street noise from the street there, which is one of the many soys. It's one of the top 200 soys here off of Sukhumvit in Bangkok. And so I am down in the Bang Na district, which is past the Prakanong district, which means I'm in the up-and-coming district. If this had been 3 years ago, Prakanong would have been the up-and-coming cool district, and now I'm in Bang Na. So I'm setting the trends, which means I'm paying less in rent. Although 3 years ago, I'm like, who the heck would live in Prakanong? And my buddy was living in a 3-story townhouse, paying $15,000 a month in rent. And by the time he left, it was $45,000 a month in rent. He didn't, he wasn't increased that much, but in any case. So that just sort of happens everywhere in the world, right? And Bangkok is not immune to any of that. But anyway, so yesterday I moved in, and I had a great night's sleep last night. Thank you, Buddha. Can you see the pagoda back there? Right there. I'm blaming Buddha for my happiness. And all of you, thank you to my subs. I had an honor of meeting one of you, Jay International, today, along with his wife here in Bangkok, which was awesome. So cool to have a conversation and share stories and challenges and successes, and it was really neat. I mean, selfishly, it's nice because it sort of is acknowledgement of, boy, I didn't make a stupid decision because these other people are doing the same thing I am. And they did it before me. But it's also like, oh, cool, I have an ally in success, kind of thing. So anyway, so that was really great. And again, if any of you are in Bangkok or any of you are in Thailand or any of you are in Southeast Asia, quite frankly, I mean, one of the things that he and I were commenting on is the fact that, for less than $100, you can get on the equivalent of sort of what is like Southwest Airlines or Spirit Airlines over here, and go to another country, which, to be fair, right, if you live in Boston and you get on a plane and you travel, an hour and a half, you're still in the United States. Well, if you get on a plane here and you travel an hour and a half, then you're in Vietnam, so, or certainly Cambodia. Anyway, so I'm checking in. So why am I checking in? Well, I'll tell you what. One of the topics that I default to a lot is gratitude. And it certainly isn't so I can sell more bumper stickers. Gratefully, gratitude is what I've been, I wanted to say blessed with, but it's, it is. I mean, I'm lucky, right? And so I kind of want to share that and kind of let you know that when I stopped fighting, when I stopped sort of, gritting my teeth and saying, I'm going to do it this way, and I kind of gave up, sort of, but I also took the suggestions of others that I respected, like mentors that had a lot of integrity and they had what I wanted, like they had good relationships and they had a bank account and insurance and a car and a driver's license and, a full-time job and hair. Oh, wait, kidding. No, but seriously, once I found my first mentor, who I referred to with the label of my sponsor. And if you're familiar with the 12-step program, then you probably are aware of how important that person is in your life. Let's just say it was important to me for success. So when I found that first mentor and I said, hey, so teach me how to be happy, paraphrasing. His name was Dean, and gratefully he said, okay. Because what I learned later was by him saying, okay, I'll teach you I was happy. I'll show you how I was happy. I won't necessarily teach you. I'll just show you what I did. And turns out it made me happy. And then I said, okay, some of the stuff that you say you did that made you happy, I'll try that hat on. And I did, and it made me happy. And some of the suggestions that he gave me and some of the things that he said he tried that worked for him didn't work for me. Going and continuing on with school and getting my bachelor's degree in electrical engineering is what worked for me. That wasn't his path. But being employable and being employed and paying taxes and being a man of integrity, that worked for him. And I said, I'm going to try those things. And that allowed me to continue to go to school and actually go and show up for classes and get grades better than a B and graduate. So, you know, and then ... right? Full-time job later, and then relationships that were abysmal failures, abysmal rather, led to ones that were successes, and gratefully allowed me to get up enough courage to one day ask Gracie to go to dinner with me. And then, you know, the rest is history, because she said yes. And so here we are as Team Mackie traveling Southeast Asia. And so, you know, I was sort of noodling on all of that last night. Last night, I was in my condo for the first night, and I was sharing this with one of the subs today. And to be fair, it wasn't just with him. I was sort of sharing it with someone who's also very important in my life. One of my sponsors, or my sponsor right now, Bill, in a voicemail. And I said, you know, when I got my first house, like my first house, not my first like lease, I sat in there, and I'll never forget, one of the first thoughts I had, indeed, was grateful. But the other one was, yeah, this is cool. This will be good. It's a good starter home, you know, because it was only, let's see, if I'm using square meters, which is what we use over here, let's say for the sake of argument, it was 140 square meters. And now our condo is 40 square meters. And so it's about the same size as my one-bedroom house was in Coronado. So last night, I sat there and I reflected back on me, thinking to myself, oh yeah, that was a good starter home. You know, and then of course I had to buy 3 more homes in Mexico before I was like, stop. And I apologize again for the shakiness. I didn't plan on doing this, and so my arms are kind of getting tired. I've been lugging stuff around a lot lately, so sorry for the shakiness. Hopefully you're getting the message versus the mess. And so anyway, so I sat there last night, and I reflected back on myself saying that, and was grateful, first of all, that I didn't think that last night. I was like, man, this is so cool that I have a 40 square meters, 1-bedroom apartment that Gracie and I are going to share. And we're going to have this as our base, our hub, or whatever. And this is going to be our home over here in Bangkok. And we're going to travel around from here. Or we're not. Or we're going to stay here. Or we're going to order in. Or we're going to use Grab. Or we're going to use, you know, Food Panda. Or we're going to walk down the street for street food. Or we're going to walk across the street to 7-Eleven. Or not. Or we're going to go to the pool or whatever. And this is going to be where we start this whole new life thing over here in Southeast Asia. So this is my first... This is my first 1-year lease at a place in Southeast Asia. So it all starts here, February of 2020, and so that's pretty cool. So again, I'm honored that you follow the journey. I love the interaction that I've been able to have lately with some of the live streams, and so I'm going to get better at that, because I'm sorry that the audio quality was horrible as far as I'm concerned. I really appreciate that a bunch of you guys stuck through it. Thank you so much for the folks that said, no, it's fine, don't worry about it. Thank you. But from my perspective, it sounded horrible. And I know for less than $100, it can sound a heck of a lot better. I also know that for less than $100, my phone doesn't have to do this. So next video, that won't happen. How's that? But I wanted to check in. I wanted to say thank you to all of you guys, and thank you for encouraging me to continue the journey. But to be fair, without you, I'd still do it. Because this is awesome over here. I love exploring. I love meeting new folks. You can see how pretty, you know, charged up I am by just meeting one of you. So hopefully I got to meet, I know I'll get to meet him again and his wife, and then we're going to go have dinner. We're going to go have dinner here at an Italian restaurant in Thailand and sample the pizza, because, you know, nothing says Thailand like good quality Italian pizza. So anyway, it's Mike's from livemyassoff.com saying I hope you're living the dream, because if you're not living the dream, then you probably think that it takes more than 40 square meters of condo to make you happy. Maybe. It's just my judgment. Talk to you soon. Ciao.